Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to show with you guys. No idea exactly what's in here, but it does not look like a knife that I have seen before from Miguron. So hopefully we have something brand new from Miguron. Definitely a premium knife, judging by the packaging. Thanks to Miguron for sending this in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex and on TikTok at the_metal_complex. I will link this. Almost certainly available. Miguron knives, almost always available. So I'll link it down in the description. It does help my channel when you use those links. That's entirely up to you. So let's see what we've got from Miguron. Is it actually something new? Big fan of the inlay. Definitely a premium knife, but on the smaller side, is it? Smooth titanium with what looks like a copper and carbon fiber inlay. A little bit of oil here, no big deal. And yeah, this is a little bit different. Look at that hollow grind. Wow. So yeah, this is definitely new. Let's take a look at I think it said Tamto. Yeah, Tamto. Okay. So we have M390 on, I don't know if you guys want to call this a drop point or a spear point, whatever you want to call it, but that is aggressively thin behind the edge. Aggressively thin behind the edge. We have what looks like a machine satin finish there. We have M390, which I think they are getting consistently to, I think, you guys are going to have to check. I think they're consistently getting that to like 60 to 62. Action feels great. Flipper tab feels great. Pretty prominent flipper tab, but not bad. Still rounded enough up here that you can comfortably push button it or light switch it, whatever you want. Plenty of access to the lock bar. You can see right there. That's cut way under. Really nice. Managed to make that still look good from the front. Almost invisible, actually. It's a really nice touch there. Let's highlight that. Sometimes when you cut this away, what happens here is it kills the aesthetic because you have one side taller than the other, and when you look through there, it just looks a little awkward. This is cut so perfectly that it's really hard to tell. And in the hand, I really can't tell the difference right or left-handed, right? Fairly deep and large forward choil. Easily second knuckle in there, even with the prominent flipper. So the nice thing about a flipper like this is it serves as a definite guard for your index finger, right? But if you go to the next area, you are very much confined in here. I mean, given like how pronounced this flipper tab is from this side, but plenty of room to actually choke up and make use of that. Contour titanium, they almost always do. The texturing, they did not do that here. This looks like a gap, like Poor Fit and Finish, but it's actually the same gap all the way around, and it's also slightly raised. This isn't really even a gap, it's a shadow from the raised material, I believe. Yes, ever so slightly, all the way around. It's the exact same line. I do like these copper and aluminum, like mascus. It's like a carbon fiber mascus. I do like that. I still find the blue pivot color weird. Miguron has been doing that. Make a silver one. Like the blue is such a weird and random contrast. This looks great from the front. The Miguron logo, and it's not really a pivot collar, right? It's just pivot collar. I don't know why. There's out of place upward inflection there. But it's literally just a lasered line. Match that to the other side is what I would request. It is weird. I mean, copper and blue, they're not necessarily like poor contrasting colors. It's just very random, right? I mean, we always see that blue pivot color. I would like to see a silver one so that you could match with you know, some of these brightly colored materials. I also think that this is cool. This is a refreshing new design from Miguron. It's still within the general parameters of where they like to be, But Miguron, I have a request for you guys. I think something that would really spice up a lot of your designs is offering a DLC option. You guys have explored the PVD, and they've told me that their reasoning behind not including PVD on some of their more expensive stuff, like they're a little bit wary about doing PVD on their blades, is because it brings the Rockwell hardness down, like the whole range by a point. Fair, right? Fair. But I think some people, not everybody, some people will be willing to make that trade-off for a true DLC coating, which has massive benefits, right? And if you're going to start offering geometry like this, right, that's going to play a huge role in cutting performance. And just like if you have a steel that maybe not be a shining star by itself in terms of edge retention, and maybe you have close to optimal heat treatment on two different blades. One of them is flat ground and one of them is hollow ground. That hollow ground blade will absolutely perform better than the flat ground one. I mean, you don't even need those other elements. It's just going to be the case. Yeah, this is noticeably, sorry, bad bets there on the sharpening tool, but this is noticeably thin behind the edge versus some of their other stuff. Not a reinvention of the wheel. We have certainly seen this design, or variations of it. It kind of reminds me of like the Wayfarer 247 from Olamic Cutlery, kind of, right? Not exactly, just a little bit. Sort of that almost like flintlock pistol look. Let's go ahead and measure it though. But yeah, consider that, Miguron. I think a lot of people would be interested in picking up one of your models for the first time, or perhaps another one if you had a true shiny or satin DLC option with some of your blades. So this will almost certainly be right at or under $200. That's what I would expect. Overall length is 7.75. Blade length is 3.5. Very nice ratios there, considering we have a full forward trail, and 3 inches of cutting edge, which is fine. Perfectly acceptable, more than acceptable, considering you have a sub 8-inch overall knife. And then for weight, we have 3.9 ounces. Honestly, that's pretty great. I have no issue with that, considering it's a full tie frame. Let's do some size comparisons up against some similar knives. The Benchmade Bug Out, I think definitely a little bit longer than the Bug Out. We'll also do the Hogue Deca, almost exactly. I mean, the one on top is always going to look a little smaller, but the Hogue Deca definitely just about the same overall. Spyderco Para 3, Benchmade Griptilian, or in this case, the Ritter Hogue. Let's do the Demco AD 20.5. What else do I have out here? Spyderco Shaman, would that be a good one? I don't do that one a lot, but I'll do it. Here we go. Okay. Interesting stuff from Miguron. Happy to see them go a little bit outside of the box, definitely. But we could, you could continue to experiment for sure. This is cool though. I like to see something a little bit different. All right. You'll get a full comprehensive review on this knife. This is not that. This is literally just me taking it out of the box and touching it for the very first time. So can't really review it. But I've realized sometimes I have to talk about this because there are still lots of people who are very confused about what the process of reviewing a product is. So yeah, usually not opening it up from the box for the first time. That's usually not how a good review would start. But maybe now you know, right? On this channel, no, I have to actually carry it and use it before I can review it. But that's going to be it for today. So links for this guy and other Miguron products right down in the description. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex and on TikTok at _metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.